They started to use physical violence against those who do not agree with them.
What is freedom for real?
In 10 years, we didn't recognize our country.
Art is fundamental and is relevant because it can change things.
We continued to do actions and we continued to fight for human rights.
Груз 200, об этом не скажут вечерние вести. Закончил школу, бери автомат. До 15 антивоенный плакат.
I want to show that all what happened in this exhibition happened during 10-12 years, which for history is nothing. When we started, even being activists, being protest artists, we didn't expect of what we saw in 2022. The full-scale invasion to Ukraine. Even for us, that was horrible shock.
This is a show about something that's very urgent. It's incredibly important. The actions that Pussy Riot made are very quick, very fast. Their appearances, they produce one image, but behind this image there is so much.
This is overview exhibition of street actions of Pussy Riot plus reactions of Putin's state to these actions. Also a context of what was surrounding the actions and what motivated us to do them. Through this exhibition you can see what I call the road to hell, how Russia was transforming and how more and more fascist movements were growing. So by following these events you can see that step by step freedoms were taken from Russians.
Яд проходит через телекабель. Оставь сюда входящий, что еще не оставил. Распятый мальчик на доске объявлений. Сколько пошло убивать, убийцам поверить. Замироточили карты империи.
How do we react when it goes down to artists that are risking their own life and making practices a radical practice in public space? Actually, we just open up our space, and Haus der Kunst is a public space that wants to offer the artists the possibility to show their practice in the best possible way and make the practice being relevant for our society. How do you give voice? And voice is a fundamental preoccupation for us, to voices that are not enough heard and need to be experienced throughout time.
The exhibition itself is chronological. From 2011, when Pussy Riot started, to this moment, you can follow the actions one by one. The title is Velvet Terrorism, and this is a quote of Putin's bishop Tikhon Shevkunov. It's how he called us after the action in the Cathedral of Christ the Savior, after Pant prayer. When we've been in prison for 2 years, he said that what we are doing is a velvet terrorism. I found it quite funny. There is always a title of the action, the year, photos and videos, description text. It has the consequences by the arrow, location, and names of the members who participated in the action near the balaclava drawing.
At the beginning of 23, artist Ragnar Kjartansson, who is a dear friend and someone I collaborated in the past, started trying to reach out to me insistently. And the urgency was actually to share the content of a show that he opened in a small but very important independent space in Reykjavik, a show about Pussy Riot. And after checking the material, we decided this is something that we need absolutely to do.
Before the first exhibition, I was quite skeptical because, put street actions inside the museum looks and sounds quite strange. I started to collect all the photos and videos from different photographers, actions which we're doing, and I found that a majority of them are not known here. When you combine everything together, it creates something new. It's a live process. It looks quite punk, but it's a very structured exhibition.
What was really important in the installation time is the presence of the artist. The artists were here. The artist drew, composed very accurately, decided what needs to be installed and where. The show is about the legacy in art of the culture that comes from the street, inhabiting the public space to sharing political messages, but also the idea of cut, mix and paste, so bringing on the wall very different episodes of the life of a collective and making them becoming an history.
In 2014, when we've been released from prison, we continued to do actions and we continued to fight for human rights. This is definitely art actions, but for me and for all of us, when we were doing the actions, the main thing is the message. I don't think that we would do any of this without a wish to spread the message. I don't know who will come here. I don't know who is going to see this. But for me, the best result would be if people will learn that they also can do actions. It's not some special skill. It's something which everyone can do and will protest here.
We make a program that aims to empower the visitors. We consistently showed work by women artists, for instance, and the show gives the possibility to the public to realize that we can make something. Art has still a value. Art is fundamental and is relevant because it can change things. This is a show that is full of life, and it's in the time we are. And displaying performance, displaying action, displaying tragic moments of a personal life all together makes the show lively but also unique.
Do actions and don't afraid to do mistakes. Nothing is perfect. Just do things.